Arkansas Little Rock out of the Trans-America Conference. Iowa State takes on Miami of Ohio. The Redskins with Ron Harper and Jeff Grayer, the key player for Iowa State, to play some basketball now. Iowa State in the white, Miami in the red. Frank Herzog and Gary Thompson are there.
For those of you watching ESPN, we'd like to welcome you to Minneapolis. I'm Frank Herzog along with Gary Thompson. Miami of Ohio and Iowa State going after each other like a couple of heavyweights in a classic fight. It started off with Miami of Ohio jumping to an early lead. Iowa State coming back and taking a 7-point lead in the first half. It was a 1-point difference at halftime. And now here in the second half with 9 minutes left to go, Miami of Ohio has got a 4-point edge, 54-50. That's the biggest lead they've had since early in the ball game.
Newsom's got 8 points in the second half. That's helped Miami get that lead.
They stretch it to 6.
Good pass by Harper down on the break. Kick it off with the left hand, dished it off. Redskins getting out and running, a 6-point lead.
Hunter with his 8th point of the afternoon. Another steal. Schilling this time comes up with it. There's Harper, and they're going to set things up.
Boy, and Harper has really been in the middle of things here in the second half. He's had steals, rebounds. He's been in the middle of the break. Had some shots down.
Oh, what a pretty shot. And a chance for a 3-point play. Look at Johnny Orr. What do you do to stop that kid? Ron Harper, the All-American, with a beautiful drive. His 15th point and a chance to make it 16.
He's getting position. Grayer not able to lead him across right now. As you see him, Hanna comes in. He beats Grayer over to the side. Comes up, gets it off the glass, just jumps right over everybody. Great leaper, has that ability. And he'll be at the line as we come back live for a 3-pointer.
Harper Mr. Everything in the Mid-America Conference. Conference Player of the Year, leading scorer all time, and missed the free throw. Iowa State now trails by 8 points. Suddenly, Miami of Ohio has jumped out.
Harper 4 out of 5 in the second half. He was only 2 for 11 in that first half, so he's getting on track, which we said is probably what would happen. You can't keep those great players down.
Here's something Miami of Ohio has been doing all day long for you ESPN viewers who have just joined us. Look how they crowd into the paint. There's 4 guys. Almost all 5 players are right there within that lane.
Well, Iowa State runs a cutting offense like that and try to free him up inside, but they've been jamming it, as you said.
That's going right down to the nub. We'll be checking back in with Miami working on the upset, leading it, as you note, by that 6-point margin. And, of course, winner of that game will be advancing. They're playing at the Metrodome, and you notice the coaches are well below floor level there, and the winner takes on Michigan.
The only game that's ever been played there, Bob, was the United States Olympic team played against an NBA All-Star team there. And tonight you also got the hookup between Jimmy Valvano and George Raveling. That's always an interesting combination when those two hook up. But Ron Harper certainly living up to all the adjectives. I personally believe that if Ron Harper played at any other, not any other institution, but one of the big-name schools, the Indianas, the Kentuckys, he would have been a lock. I mean, a lock for Player of the Year.
Herzog and Gary Thompson, the Redskins work on the upset.
36 seconds left to play. You see the score. Miami of Ohio 65, Iowa State 63. Iowa State has the basketball with 36 seconds left and 36 seconds left on the shot clock. So they can go down for a shot that they hope will tie and force an overtime.
Well, I think Johnny Orr, I do not think that they'll go for one shot as far as playing it down. I think what you have to look for here is good. The first good shot, when you can get it, you're going to have to take it. Got Pearson over here on the other side. He's talking to his kids. The one thing that he's thinking about right now is do not foul. Do not give them a 3-point opportunity to tie the game and take the lead, because the worst that they can come out of it if Iowa State scores is with a tie. Got to look what the defense comes out here. Johnny Orr, some anxious moments for him right now. You got 3 guys that I think, unless it comes off a play or a penetration or pass out, you got Hornacek and Grayer you look for. Also Virgil over the years has come through with some clutch buckets, and he's also had a good hand here late in the game.
Hornacek with a shot. Whoa, he's got it. You see the time. Miami must call timeout. We are tied at 65. Now, Johnny Orr has the situation the way he would like it. He says he wants to rely on his defense at the end of the game. He doesn't want to have to get that key shot. He wants his defense to be able to play. Jerry Pearson, on the other hand, is relaxed about the matter. Hey, we got good players. We can get a good shot.
Well, it's anxious to see. Iowa State went for a zone for a while. Right now, you have to worry about Newsom's a quick kid who can penetrate, who could put you in a one-on-one situation, or Harper, who has that great athletic ability where once he gets the ball to make something happen, take the ball away from you and also get the one-on-one foul shot. Little ball fake, moved the defense, moved Hunter away from him as he gave him plenty of room, and a good clutch shooter, Hornacek, gets it down. See him waving his teammates back to get back on defense.
Let's play defense. The possession arrow now, in case of a jump ball, just something to think of with 20 seconds left. Possession arrow goes to Iowa State, so if there were a jump ball situation, Iowa State would get the ball.
Unofficially, we're on the scoreboard are not able to tell what the timeouts are. Be interesting to see what Iowa State sets up with. But that coach right there, Jerry Pearson, takes a look and wants to get another timeout and set his offense.
If I'm Miami of Ohio's coach, Jerry Pearson, I'm saying Harper gets the shot. Harper's going to take it. He's the guy that got him here.
Iowa State's showing zone with hands up.
Yes, they are. They're in a 2-3.
You know, I think this is a good move because I think they're so dangerous with Newsom in their one-on-one situation for the foul.
Quickly, timeout is called off the missed shot.
Boy, I think that was a great move to go to the zone because I was saying the one-on-one with Newsom, he's so quick. Compton's a good defensive player, but he's beaten him time and time again. And Harper also the great one-on-one ability. I think a great move by Johnny Orr going to the zone.
Who was it? If Harper got that last shot?
Newsom, the little guard from the corner.
The little guard who's been hitting them. Oh, well, but that's a good choice, too.
You got what you wanted, though, from a defensive standpoint. If you're going to get beat, you'd rather get beat outside at 20-some feet than to nail it inside on you and go to that line or get the little shot.
With 2 seconds left, you got not much you can do but hope for a prayer, a pass to midcourt, and a long shot.
Well, you have to take a page out of the Bradley Braves book this year. Twice they pulled off 1 second plays, once against Drake and once against Dayton, where they threw the length of the court to the top of the circle, and Hersey Hawkins caught one in midair, turned around and nailed it to beat Drake, and the other one he caught came down and shot it in to tie a ball game, and they won it in overtime. So there's a lot of things that can happen in 1 or 2 seconds.
We've had an upset today. Cleveland State beat Indiana to eliminate the Hoosiers from the tournament. This one has been back and forth. It's just been a war all day.
And you got to alert maybe Iowa State what you're talking about here. If you're thinking about offensively, it can't be too aggressive that you go to and make a foul going for the basketball situation.
That's right.
So you both teams got to kind of play it cozy right here, and that's what happens sometimes on a long down court pass, is that you're trying to guard against that foul and you let a guy get away for that shot.
Hornacek will inbound, and he wants a line. He wants a stack there. He gets it, and he'll call timeout. They saw the defense, and I'm wondering, Gary, if this isn't a little strategy now. They saw what the defensive alignment was, and maybe they'll try to run a play off based on that defense.
I don't think it was to look up and line up with the defense. I think they were having trouble getting the ball in, as exactly, and he saved the
timeout. Much simpler, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to use another timeout in that situation, I don't think, looking at an overtime game when they can use it to a better advantage.
Jerry Pearson was upset with one man being in a way at midcourt. He wanted to move him around a little bit, and that's what he's done.
You see, right now with 2 seconds, you've got a time, but you're always in taking that timeout. You got to look at the number of times you do convert under 2 seconds of play, and particularly when you're on the other end of the court.
Here's our story. 65-65 tie. 2 seconds left to go. Iowa State has the ball here on the near side. That's their great guard, Hornacek, who will inbound. At midcourt, got through Sam Hill's hands, and time's going to run out. We're going to overtime.
We are in overtime, though, in Minneapolis at the Metrodome. Iowa State has the lead. They're in the white uniforms, and Frank Herzog's there.
We welcome our viewers from ESPN. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. You see the time remaining on the game clock. Iowa State holding on to a 3-point lead, and a foul will stop the clock. 1-on-1 situation.
See the Iowa State coaches, Johnny Orr, Jim Hallahan is the assistant we talked about. There was a teammate of Miami coach Gary Pearson back in their days playing at Miami of Ohio.
Elmer Robertson goes back to the line. A few moments ago, he made 2 that put Iowa State up by 3 points. Just there on the 1-on-1.
Here again in Iowa State, you got to think about staying away from the 3-point.
Staker going for it again. Staker. That's 2 big shots he's hit. And isn't that amazing? The guy has 2 points all the way through regulation and comes up with 2 clutch, long jumpers in overtime to pull Miami of Ohio within 1 and 28 seconds left to play. That's what makes college basketball so much fun.
Well, the pressure really on Iowa State to control the basketball right now. Of course, inside of the 45-second clock, only 28 left. That's all they have to do.
The overtime. We haven't forgotten about Maryland and Pepperdine, but back we go to the Twin Cities.
The crowd begins to cheer now as these 2 teams come back out on the floor. This is the first college basketball game that has been played in the Metrodome. They sold 27,500 tickets as of yesterday. They got a crowd of about 30,000 now. The Olympic team played an NBA All-Star game here, an NBA All-Star team here before the Olympics. Otherwise, this is the first college basketball game.
Miami coming up trying to put some trap pressure on.
Iowa State's moving the ball well. There's nobody there. There he is. And a foul. Again, they foul Elmer Robinson, who hit 2 free throws in overtime and then missed the front end of a 1-on-1 just a few moments ago.
Well, you look at, it may be a good foul. You got Elmer Robinson, a freshman. He did hit 2, but he's just coming off. When he hit the 2, Iowa State had a 3-point lead. He missed this one on the last time with a 3-point lead. So it may be a good foul, putting him right back into that situation after he's missed one.
Ice him down a little, yeah. Put the pressure on the freshman. It's a 1-point game, 78-77, Iowa State. Now Miami made some defensive changes. They've come back in with Carlton Claiborne, the big forward, the freshman. Iowa State has no men along the lane. Whoa, what's a big free throw.
Well, Robinson certainly figuring in this game prominently down the stretch here. Takes a big sigh of relief there as he got the first one down.
Missed the second. Here comes Miami with a chance to tie. 79-77. Above the rim, what's the call? Basket's good. Goaltending. We're tied at 79 with 4 seconds left.
Well, I was blocked out by the play here.
I thought it would be basket interference, Gary.
I couldn't see who got it.
Now the officials are conferring again. So we'll give credit for the shot to Newsom, huh?
I was blocked out on the play here. Couldn't see who was.
Iowa State going for it, and we got a whistle. Stop play at midcourt.
I think what we got. I think somebody called timeout ahead of. Let's see.
The officials are talking. We're across the floor from Johnny Orr. They called a timeout with 2 seconds left. Boo, say some of the fans. What do you mean?
Well, it's going to be a big call out there, whether it's a block or a charge.
Now, let's take a look. We've got a replay of the basket that tied the game, and let's see what the call is. The call is,
boy,
the basket was good.
Splits right here. We come back up. And boy, you see 2 people. You see Grayer and Harper both up there together. Hard to
take
tell.
It from another angle.
Need to shut his penetration down. 2 guys, Hornacek faked at him and let him through. And let's watch. You see Grayer go up.
It was Grayer who got a hand on it first. A good call by the officials. Jeff Grayer got a hand on it. Basket interference. The 2 points count by Eric Newsom. And we got a tie ball game. 79-79. Johnny Orr talking to his Cyclones over there. Hoping for some kind of a whirling dervish last-second shot miracle that'll give them a win. Either that or we face double overtime. 2 seconds left to go in this overtime period. There's Jerry Pearson, Coach of the Year in the Mid-American Conference. Miami of Ohio.
Boy, what a job both clubs have done battling back. Iowa State in regulation time, 5 down, or about 2.5 to go, fought back. And now Miami of Ohio down 5 points in this overtime, have come back. 2 great outside shots by Staker.
Middle of the floor. They will inbound right here in front of our microphones.
Only thing different between end of regulation is with 2 seconds, they've got the ball at half court rather than down here at 3/4 court.
Tompkins will inbound. Hornacek is lined up way deep on the baseline. They're looking to get it to him and do. He'll get the shot. It's a good one. What a shot. Jeff Hornacek with a last-second shot from 25, 30 feet.
This is a play that Iowa State has used time and time again in this last-second situation. They used to do it for Barry Stevens last year. They'll run him down the baseline and come out the sideline and get the shot, and he was unmolested even though it was from long range. And Hornacek had about 3 key baskets down the stretch.
Jeff Hornacek. Hornacek cans the tying jumper right here. And the game is at 65-65. So Miami with a chance to win in the bitter seconds of regulation. Ron Harper to Eric Newsom. On we go to overtime. The Cyclones had as much as a 6-point lead. Elmer Robinson missing here, but Jeff Grayer tips in the rebound right there. Cyclone fans eating it up in Minneapolis. Not a long drive to there. From Ames, Miami rallies, going for the tying shot in the final seconds. Newsom drives. Grayer interferes with the shot. Offensive basket interference. We're tied at 79. 2 seconds in the overtime. Jeff Hornacek takes the inbounds pass. There's Johnny, 81-79. Johnny Orr's team.